Have you ever wondered why, despite taking what you believe are the healthiest natural supplements on the market, your bones seem to be getting weaker instead of stronger? Why does it feel like every step you take sends a shockwave through your knees? Why do you wake up with that deep, aching pain in your back that wasn't there when you were younger? Is it simply the natural process of aging, or could there be something more sinister at work here? What I'm about to share with you might come as a complete shock, but it could be the missing piece of the puzzle that explains exactly why this is happening to you. The truth is, you might be unknowingly sabotaging your own bone health every single day with supplements that are marketed as natural and safe. 5 specific natural supplements that millions of seniors take religiously, believing they're protecting their health, could actually be slowly but surely weakening your bones from the inside out. These aren't some obscure supplements that only a few people take. No, these are mainstream popular supplements that you can find in any pharmacy, health food store, or online retailer. Supplements that have been recommended by well-meaning friends, family members, and even some healthcare providers who may not fully understand the hidden dangers they pose to aging bones. The most terrifying part about this silent bone destruction is that it happens gradually, almost imperceptibly. You don't wake up one morning with suddenly brittle bones. Instead, the damage accumulates day by day, month by month, year by year, until one day you take what should be a harmless step off a curb and find yourself in the emergency room with a fractured hip, or you bend down to pick up something you dropped and feel that sickening crack in your spine. But here's what makes this situation even more heartbreaking. Many of the seniors who are experiencing this gradual bone weakening have no idea that the very supplements they're taking with the best of intentions are contributing to their deteriorating bone health. They continue taking these supplements religiously, sometimes for years, wondering why they're not feeling stronger or why they seem to be getting more fragile with each passing month. In this video, I'm going to expose the 5 natural supplements that are quietly wreaking havoc on your bone health. These aren't the obvious culprits that you might expect. These are supplements that have built their reputation on being natural, safe, and beneficial for overall health. But what the marketing doesn't tell you is how they can interfere with your body's ability to absorb calcium, how they can accelerate the loss of bone density, and how they can make your bones more susceptible to fractures and breaks. You see, as we age, our bodies undergo fundamental changes in how they process and utilize nutrients. The same supplement that might have been perfectly fine for you in your 30s or 40s could be causing serious problems now that you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond. Your digestive system becomes less efficient, your hormone levels change dramatically, and your body's ability to maintain bone density naturally declines. When you add certain supplements to this already delicate equation, you can inadvertently tip the scales toward bone weakness instead of bone strength. What's particularly insidious about these supplements is that they often work in ways that aren't immediately obvious. They might interfere with the absorption of crucial bone-building minerals like calcium and magnesium. They might accelerate the breakdown of existing bone tissue. They might disrupt the delicate balance of hormones that regulate bone metabolism. Or they might create nutritional imbalances that leave your bones vulnerable to damage. The supplement industry has done an excellent job of marketing these products as natural and therefore safe. But natural doesn't always mean safe, especially when it comes to the complex biochemistry of aging bodies. Many of these supplements contain compounds that can have powerful effects on your body's systems, and those effects aren't always beneficial, particularly when it comes to bone health. Throughout this video, I'll not only reveal which 5 supplements you need to be cautious about, but I'll also explain exactly how each one can impact your bone health. I'll share the latest research findings that many supplement companies don't want you to know about. I'll give you the warning signs to watch for that might indicate these supplements are affecting your bone density. And most importantly, I'll provide you with safe, effective alternatives that can actually support your bone health instead of undermining it. But before we dive deep into these dangerous supplements, I need to know that you're truly committed to protecting your bone health and maintaining your independence as you age. If you're someone who values having strong, healthy bones that can support you through all the activities you love, then I want you to hit that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications, because this is where we share the critical health information that could make the difference between a life of strength and vitality and a life limited by fragile bones and the fear of falling. And here's how I'll know you're really with me on this journey toward better bone health. If this video is already opening your eyes to the hidden dangers lurking in your supplement cabinet, type the number 1 in the comments below. If you think this information isn't relevant to you, type 0. Your engagement helps me understand how many people are dealing with these bone health challenges, and it helps me create more content that addresses your specific concerns and needs. Supplement number 5, high-dose vitamin A. The 5th supplement on our list might surprise you because vitamin A has long been promoted as essential for healthy vision, immune function, and skin health. And while it's true that your body needs vitamin A, the problem lies in how much you're taking and in what form. Many seniors are unknowingly consuming dangerously high levels of vitamin A through supplements, and this excess can have devastating effects on bone health. Here's what happens when you consume too much vitamin A. Your body can only use a certain amount of this vitamin at any given time, and when you exceed that amount, the excess doesn't just harmlessly pass through your system like water-soluble vitamins do. Instead, vitamin A is fat-soluble, which means it gets stored in your liver and fatty tissues, where it can accumulate to toxic levels over time. When vitamin A reaches toxic levels in your body, it begins to interfere with the normal bone remodeling process. Your bones are constantly breaking down old tissue and building new tissue in a carefully balanced cycle. But excess vitamin A disrupts this balance by accelerating bone breakdown, while simultaneously inhibiting the formation of new bone tissue. The result is a net loss of bone density that can progress silently for years before you notice any symptoms. Research has shown that seniors who consume more than 5,000 international units of vitamin A per day have a significantly higher risk of hip fractures compared to those who consume lower amounts. What's particularly concerning is that many seniors are getting vitamin A from multiple sources without realizing it. They might be taking a multivitamin that contains vitamin A, a separate vitamin A supplement, and eating foods fortified with vitamin A, all while consuming vitamin A-rich foods like liver, carrots, and sweet potatoes. The symptoms of vitamin A toxicity can be subtle at first. You might experience joint pain, particularly in your knees and hips. You might notice that your bones seem to ache more than usual, especially when you first wake up in the morning. Some people report feeling more fragile or unsteady on their feet. These symptoms are often dismissed as normal signs of aging, but they could actually be warning signs that your vitamin A intake is damaging your bones. Supplement. Number 4. Excessive calcium without proper cofactors. This might seem counterintuitive, but taking high-dose calcium supplements without the proper supporting nutrients can actually weaken your bones rather than strengthen them. Many seniors have been led to believe that more calcium automatically equals stronger bones, but the reality is much more complex than that simple equation. When you take large doses of calcium without adequate vitamin D, vitamin K2, and magnesium, your body cannot properly utilize that calcium for bone building. Instead, the excess calcium can actually interfere with the absorption of other crucial minerals that your bones need to stay strong. It can also create imbalances in your body's mineral ratios that can have far-reaching effects on your bone health. One of the most serious problems with excessive calcium supplementation is that it can lead to a condition called calcium paradox. This occurs when high levels of calcium in your bloodstream actually trigger your body to pull calcium out of your bones to maintain proper blood calcium levels. It's a protective mechanism that your body employs to prevent calcium from reaching dangerous levels in your blood. But the consequence is that your bones become depleted of the very mineral they need most. Excessive calcium can also interfere with the absorption of magnesium, a mineral that's absolutely crucial for bone health. Magnesium helps activate vitamin D, which is necessary for calcium absorption. It also plays a direct role in bone formation and helps regulate the hormones that control bone metabolism. When calcium supplementation disrupts magnesium absorption, it creates a cascade of problems that can significantly weaken your bones over time. Many seniors are taking calcium supplements in doses of 1,000 to 1,500 milligrams per day, or even higher, often without considering how much calcium they're already getting from their diet. When you add up the calcium from dairy products, leafy greens, fortified foods and supplements, many people are consuming far more calcium than their bodies can effectively use. This excess calcium doesn't just get stored in bones where it would be beneficial. Instead, it can accumulate in soft tissues, including arteries, where it can contribute to cardiovascular problems. The key to healthy calcium supplementation is balance and proper timing. Your body can only absorb about 500 milligrams of calcium at one time, so taking large doses is not only wasteful but potentially harmful. The calcium also needs to be taken with vitamin D for proper absorption, and ideally with vitamin K2 to ensure it gets directed to your bones rather than your arteries. Supplement number 3. Phosphorus-rich supplements. Phosphorus is another mineral that your body needs for healthy bones. But like calcium, too much phosphorus can actually have the opposite effect. Many seniors are unknowingly consuming excessive amounts of phosphorus through supplements, protein powders, and processed foods, and this excess can seriously undermine bone health. The problem with too much phosphorus lies in its relationship with calcium. These two minerals work together in your body, but they need to be in the right ratio for optimal bone health. When phosphorus levels become too high relative to calcium, it can trigger a cascade of hormonal changes that ultimately lead to bone loss. High phosphorus intake stimulates the production of parathyroid hormone, which is designed to maintain proper calcium levels in your blood. When parathyroid hormone levels rise, it signals your body to pull calcium out of your bones and release it into your bloodstream. This mechanism is meant to be temporary, but when phosphorus levels remain consistently high, it can lead to chronic elevation of parathyroid hormone and ongoing bone loss. Many seniors are getting excess phosphorus from protein supplements, meal replacement shakes, and supplements that contain phosphoric acid as a preservative or stabilizer. Phosphorus is also abundant in processed foods, sodas, and many medications. When you combine dietary sources with supplemental sources, it's easy to exceed the optimal phosphorus intake without realizing it. The symptoms of excess phosphorus intake can be subtle and may not appear until significant bone loss has already occurred. You might notice that your bones seem to be more prone to aches and pains. You might find that minor bumps or falls seem to cause more discomfort than they used to. Some people report feeling like their bones are more fragile, or that they're more worried about falling than they used to be. What makes phosphorus particularly problematic is that it's often hidden in supplements under various names. You might see it listed as calcium phosphate, magnesium phosphate, or sodium phosphate. It can also be present in protein powders derived from dairy or soy, where it occurs naturally in high concentrations. Supplement number 2, excess vitamin D without vitamin K2. Vitamin D has received tremendous attention in recent years for its role in bone health, and rightfully so. Your body needs adequate vitamin D to absorb calcium and maintain strong bones. However, many seniors are taking high doses of vitamin D without understanding that it needs to work in partnership with other nutrients, particularly vitamin K2, to be truly effective and safe. When you take vitamin D supplements, they increase your body's ability to absorb calcium from food and supplements. This is generally a good thing, but it can become problematic if that calcium doesn't end up where it's supposed to go. Without adequate vitamin K2, the calcium that vitamin D helps you absorb can end up deposited in your arteries, kidneys, and other soft tissues instead of your bones. Vitamin K2 acts like a traffic director for calcium in your body. It activates proteins that help shuttle calcium into your bones and teeth while preventing it from accumulating in places where it could cause harm. When you take vitamin D without vitamin K2, you're essentially flooding your system with calcium, but providing no guidance for where that calcium should go. This can lead to a condition called vitamin D toxicity, which paradoxically can actually weaken your bones despite the fact that you're taking a bone-building vitamin. Symptoms of vitamin D toxicity include nausea, vomiting, weakness, and frequent urination. But more importantly for bone health, it can lead to excessive calcium in the blood, which can trigger your body to shut down its own vitamin D production and reduce calcium absorption. Many seniors are taking vitamin D in doses of 2,000 to 5,000 international units per day or even higher, often without regular blood testing to monitor their vitamin D levels. While these doses might be appropriate for some people, they can be excessive for others, particularly if they're not balanced with adequate vitamin K2. The problem is compounded by the fact that vitamin K2 is not abundant in the typical American diet. Unlike vitamin K1, which is found in leafy greens, vitamin K2 is primarily found in fermented foods and organ meats that most Americans rarely consume. This means that many seniors who are taking vitamin D supplements are likely deficient in vitamin K2, creating an imbalance that can undermine their bone health. Supplement. Number 1. Collagen supplements without proper amino acid balance. The number one supplement that might be weakening your bones is also one of the most popular supplements among seniors today: collagen. Collagen supplements have been heavily marketed as a fountain of youth for skin, joints, and bones. But the reality is that most collagen supplements are not formulated in a way that actually supports bone health, and some may even undermine it. Here's the problem with most collagen supplements. They're typically made from a single source of collagen, such as bovine or marine collagen, which means they have an incomplete amino acid profile. Your body needs a full spectrum of amino acids in the right proportions to build healthy bone tissue. And when you're consuming large amounts of collagen that's missing key amino acids, you can actually create nutritional imbalances that weaken your bones. Collagen supplements are particularly high in glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline, but they're relatively low in other essential amino acids that your bones need, such as lysine, methionine, and cysteine. When you consume large amounts of collagen without balancing it with other protein sources, you can create a situation where your body has an abundance of some amino acids, but a shortage of others. This amino acid imbalance can interfere with your body's ability to synthesize new bone tissue. Bone formation is a complex process that requires not just collagen, but also a variety of other proteins and enzymes that depend on having the right amino acids available in the right proportions. When the amino acid balance is disrupted, bone formation can be impaired even if you're consuming what appears to be adequate protein. Another problem with many collagen supplements is that they're often consumed in isolation, without the cofactors that your body needs to actually use the collagen effectively. Building healthy bones requires not just amino acids, but also vitamin C for collagen synthesis, vitamin D for calcium absorption, vitamin K2 for proper calcium utilization, and minerals like magnesium, zinc, and copper for various aspects of bone metabolism. Many seniors are taking collagen supplements in doses of 10 to 20 grams per day, or even higher, often replacing other protein sources in their diet. This can be particularly problematic because whole food protein sources like fish, poultry, eggs, and dairy products provide not just amino acids, but also B vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients that are crucial for bone health. The marketing around collagen supplements often emphasizes that collagen is the most abundant protein in your body, and that supplementing with collagen will automatically improve your bone health. But your body doesn't use supplemental collagen like building blocks that go directly to your bones. Instead, collagen supplements are broken down into individual amino acids during digestion, just like any other protein, and those amino acids are then used wherever your body needs them most. Now that you understand which supplements can potentially weaken your bones, let me share with you the safe, effective alternatives that can actually support your bone health throughout your golden years. These solutions are based on the latest scientific research and are designed to work with your body's natural processes rather than against them. First, instead of taking high-dose vitamin A supplements, focus on getting your vitamin A from natural food sources like carrots, sweet potatoes, and dark leafy greens. These foods provide beta-carotene, which your body converts to vitamin A only as needed, preventing the accumulation of toxic levels. If you do need to supplement with vitamin A, look for a product that contains mixed carotenoids rather than preformed vitamin A, and keep the dose under 3,000 international units per day. For calcium, the key is balance and proper absorption. Instead of taking massive doses of calcium carbonate, consider a smaller dose of calcium citrate, which is better absorbed, especially by seniors who may have lower stomach acid production. More importantly, make sure you're taking your calcium with vitamin D3, vitamin K2, and magnesium in the right ratios. A good formula would include about 500 milligrams of calcium, 1,000 to 2,000 international units of vitamin D3, 100 micrograms of vitamin K2, and 250 milligrams of magnesium. To avoid excessive phosphorus, read supplement labels carefully and avoid products that contain phosphoric acid, calcium phosphate, or other phosphorus compounds unless specifically recommended by your healthcare provider. Focus on getting your phosphorus from natural food sources like fish, poultry, and dairy products, where it occurs in better balance with other nutrients. For vitamin D, the goal is to achieve optimal blood levels, not just to take a standard dose. Work with your healthcare provider to test your vitamin D blood levels and adjust your supplementation accordingly. Most seniors need between 1,000 to 4,000 international units of vitamin D3 per day, but this can vary significantly based on factors like body weight, skin color, geographic location, and current blood levels. Instead of relying solely on collagen supplements, focus on consuming a variety of high-quality protein sources throughout the day. Include fish, poultry, eggs, dairy products, legumes, and nuts in your diet to ensure you're getting a complete amino acid profile. If you do choose to use collagen supplements, use them as a complement to, not a replacement for, other protein sources, and look for products that include vitamin C and other cofactors needed for collagen synthesis. Your bone health doesn't have to be a losing battle against time. The choices you make today about which supplements to take and which ones to avoid can have a profound impact on your strength, mobility, and independence in the years to come. The 5 supplements we've discussed today might seem harmless, but now you know the hidden dangers they can pose to your precious bone health. Remember, your bones are living tissues that respond to how you treat them. When you provide them with the right nutrients in the right balance, they can remain strong and resilient well into your golden years. But when you unknowingly sabotage them with inappropriate supplements, You're setting yourself up for a future filled with fragility and fear. The power to protect your bones is in your hands. You now have the knowledge to make informed decisions about your supplement regimen. You understand the importance of balance, proper ratios, and working with your body's natural processes rather than against them. This knowledge could be the difference between a life of confident mobility and a life limited by the fear of falling. I want to hear from you about your experience with these supplements. Have you been taking any of the 5 supplements we discussed today? Have you noticed any changes in your bone health or overall strength since starting or stopping certain supplements? Share your story in the comments below, because your experience could help other seniors make better decisions about their bone health. If this video has opened your eyes to the hidden dangers lurking in your supplement cabinet, please hit that like button to help spread this important message to other seniors who need to hear it. Subscribe to our channel and ring that notification bell so you never miss our latest insights on healthy aging and bone protection. Remember, taking care of your bones is an investment in your future self. The steps you take today to protect your bone health will pay dividends in strength, independence, and quality of life for years to come. You deserve to age with confidence, strength, and vitality, and now you have the knowledge to make that vision a reality.